As humankind's population continues to grow, we're running into a bit of a trade-off. We're destroying the habitats of animals to build farms to feed ourselves, and releasing a ton of carbon while we do it. But now experts say we could kill two birds with one stone, with these edible mushrooms. Science Alert reports that mushrooms have just about everything the body needs, including fiber and necessary fatty acids. And experts say fungi are actually closer to meat than they are to plants, and could be a protein substitute. But perhaps the best part is that mushrooms grow in areas that are forested, meaning we wouldn't have to cut down trees to farm them. And that means all of those trees can continue to capture carbon and house our planet's animals without us destroying them in their habitats. Researchers have been working on this type of co-cultivation for a while, with relative success with this alien-looking blue milk cap mushroom. These mushrooms form symbiotic relationships with trees, siphoning nutrients from their roots, while providing more carbon for the trees to grow. This is just part of a much-needed overhaul to the way humans eat, one that could lead to a more sustainable relationship with our planet. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people fly to Iceland for one thing. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people fly to Iceland for one thing, to see the Northern Lights. But if you're not one of those people, you could soon be in for a treat nonetheless, as this absolutely gigantic sunspot might bring those beautiful auroras home to the US. The Space Weather Prediction Center reports that the aurora borealis could be visible all across Every year, hundreds of thousands of people fly to Iceland for one thing, to see the Northern Lights. But if you're not one of those people, you could soon be in for a treat nonetheless, as this absolutely gigantic sunspot might bring those beautiful auroras home to the US. The Space Weather Prediction Center reports that the aurora borealis could be visible all across the northern parts of the country, from Washington all the way to New York State, with a KP index of 6, meaning there's a moderate chance it will be viewable. In fact, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released this aurora map with the Space Weather Prediction Center, saying that if you're living anywhere between the green and yellow circles, there's a good chance you'll be in for a show. So what does a sunspot have to do with auroras? Sunspots are where magnetic field lines have snapped and reconnected, sending massive solar flares out into space. And if we're in their path, that means solar storms and bright auroras here on Earth. This particular sunspot is particularly big as well, as the dark zone you're seeing is around the size of 30 Earths.